Hi, this is Angela. I'm back with my third Wednesday reading, and today I thought because Sunday marks the 25th anniversary of the Murrah Federal Building bombing, I would read you some of the poems I have written in response to that event. The first poem I'd like to share with you is called The Redlands, and it's one I wrote for my dad. They kept the crop money buried in a Folgers can in the dirt floor of their garage. He had to dig it up for his kids when she died. In the spring, her hydrangeas bloomed in perfect indigo, everything fed on the nails buried beneath her plants. They knew what it took to cultivate the Redlands. They watched Billy Graham on the television in the front room with its tiny screen and 3 channels. They listened as he talked about Pa's letters and how we will be judged by our secret lives. From their tiny kitchen lit by a single light bulb, they were his fish people. You were a plow ripping up the land from the time you were 7, with your sack lunch and your cigarettes, until you too became the dust floating past your beloved baseball field, a boy with a man's voice and nowhere else to go. I was a rake. As a child, I used to float my foot over the red dirt like a visitor. I used to mark time by watching the doorstep of the tin shack where you were born sink further into the prairie. You were the knotted holes in the wooden outhouse they used until I was in high school. You were the red knit Christmas stocking stuffed with expensive fruit and rock candies they gave to grandchildren who did not fully understand the sacrifice of those gifts. Until they finished scraping off the lot, I had not remembered how red the dirt was underneath the heaving piles of concrete and asphalt left from the blast. We take what comfort we can in this flat and desolate land not even Timothy McVeigh could change. We are the roots, 4 generations deep, planted in this red clay dirt, just close enough to water to survive. One of the things that I was real attracted to, an image, I guess, that really struck me, there was an elm kind of in an odd place in the lot that managed to survive the blast. And as we all know, it has become the symbol of survival. And I have a couple of quick poems I'd like to read for you regarding that symbolism. The first one is just simply called The Survivor Tree. There are no vacation albums, just the tapes we played for each other on drunken Friday nights. How could we have predicted the winds that would split our trunks, sending husbands and dreams floating away like paper? The history of our violence has already left us cautious and cheated. It has taken time to perfect the digestion of all those loosened bark that has gathered under our nails as we have climbed back. We cannot stop the coming of winter. We are deciduous beings. Our winterized dreams will still emerge from this thaw. Even bombs cannot destroy seeds with the smallest of hairs that take in the water first. And this next one I'd like to read for you is called How to Stand Like a Tree. Do not regret that we are not hibiscus tall and slender, standing against the fence, red, white, and purple. Do not regret that we are not chosen to be the mimosa with pink spikes of musk that bloom for a short season. We are the elms, the ones that thrive, even in awkward places where we cast our adolescent seeds. Even though our crowns are now brown, thinned to ribbons, we still reach up. Fear not the appetite that sends you back to the middle of your trunk, where neither bite of insect nor burring of worms can penetrate the thickened fiber that has developed from our refusal to surrender. And this last one I'm going to read from you is one that my mom always liked. I had it printed out for her, and she had it hanging in her living room for years and years. I don't know if you can even see that, but it's admittedly kind of a Hallmark card. It was a Hallmark card to my city when this event took place. As I read it last night, it's has a lot of resonance for us now, kind of a Hallmark card to the country at this point. But I thought I'd just read it for you. And it's just Oklahoma City. My town is a quiet little city where the redbuds yield pink blossoms in the spring. Magnificent sunsets hang in the prairie skies, and the people, polite and friendly, have not forgotten God. Like most towns across the nation, we are at work. It came like a great clap of thunder. It became the bomb heard around the world. The radio was first, then the television, and I, like the rest of the world, froze. Why this? Why the children? Carnage, death. This was not supposed to happen in my little city, but it did. So we risk our own lives, lend our cars, give our blood, time, and money. We make sandwiches and coffee, donate clothing and diapers, respond to media pleas for supplies for the workers. Together we take care of our children, our families, co-workers, neighbors. Together we administer to strangers in our city's streets. Together we mourn, we wail, and we pray. In the process of being Oklahomans, we dazzle the world with our strength, surprising everyone but us. We have always known we are the salt of the earth. Now we teach the world how it sustains us. Today we bury the dead. Tomorrow we will rebuild. Our town will once again become a quiet, gentle city. The redbuds of spring will return, and the glory of our sunsets continue to remind us that tomorrow is another day. Through it all, the people of my town remain steadfast, polite, and friendly. Together we will emerge closer to one another and to God. Thanks, everybody. I hope I'll see you again next week. Peace out. Have a good week.